All right, guys. Welcome. And I am excited to be sharing with you guys tonight the best exercises to boost metabolism. So I am Amanda Villarreal, and this is our Busy Moms group. And this group is designed to be a resource to give you tools to help you as you are navigating life in the busyness of hectic schedules of kids and trying to fit in health all at the same time. I will say I have definitely had to work hard to figure out the best strategies for myself. And one of the things that I like to do is pass along a lot of the education and tips and tricks that I learn as a nutritionist, a personal trainer, group fitness instructor, and as a health coach. We all need help. And that's what this group is for, guys. So as we, continue to work through the weeks ahead, I always love to hear suggestions for topics that you might be interested in. So feel free to pass those along. And you may hear some noises here and there, guys, as in our house, we do have a busy house. So we have 5 children and we both, my husband and I both work. I have our fitness and wellness business, AV Wellness, where we have in-person group fitness classes. We also have virtual fitness classes. We have a new app, AV Wellness, and then also do nutrition consulting. And my husband is an engineer and also works full time. So we're busy and we get that, guys. But when it comes to exercise, there are a lot of very important things to talk about when we look at our metabolism. And one of the first things I want to begin with here tonight is just kind of mentioning the poll that I had put in here before this event here tonight. And I asked in that poll, what do you think is the best exercise to boost your metabolism? And the winning answer, which I was kind of surprised actually, was swimming. So swimming, let's start with discussing swimming here, guys. So as we look at swimming is a great aerobic exercise. But this is what we want to learn and take away from tonight, is that when we are talking about metabolism, actually steady state cardio is not the best way to look at boosting your metabolism. So we want to focus on swapping out heavy cardio, which used to be the focus, but now that we've learned through research, that's actually not the ideal way to boost metabolism. Instead, we want to look at adding in more things that incorporate weights and high intensity training. So there are lots more things that we can do besides going out and running for an hour or swimming long distances. Instead, the focus now more is on what you guys are going to learn about, different type of metabolic type training workouts. But one of the things that I do want to kind of highlight before we get too far into this, and again, pop those questions in, guys, anytime as you start to think about them. But as we do want to be careful, guys, that we also note, we need to make sure we are doing other factors that we've kind of talked about in the last couple of weeks with metabolism. And one of those is making sure that we are not getting sleep deprived. Sleep deprivation can affect insulin sensitivity and appetite in as little as 5 days. So what happens then when we start to limit our sleep and we're not sleeping as well, it interferes with your body's ability to burn fat. So sleep is extremely important for helping to keep pounds off. And poor nutrition over time creates basically like what a fad diet creates in the body, where you're going to notice your body goes into starvation mode and actually continues to store fat. So there are solutions, guys. The types of workouts we are working with here are going to be an amazing option for helping us to fire up our metabolism. So the following exercises actually burn more calories, not just during your workout, but also after. So what I want to do here is I want to share my screen for a minute and kind of give you guys some examples of different options. And I do see a great comment in here, Ashley, and I 100% agree that when you don't sleep well, you'll even notice your choices are not as intentional, and you start to maybe notice, different types of snacks you grab or more cravings. And again, lack of sleep, I don't believe we talk about enough and how it is related to so many things, including metabolism, but also many other areas too. So, all right, guys, like I said, I am going to switch my screen here. And I wanted to, like I said, just kind of show you guys here a minute of an example of, we talk about great workouts here to boost our metabolism. One of the things that, we can look at doing is incorporating what we call HIIT training. If you guys are familiar with HIIT, it's high intensity interval training. That is one of the most popular types of workouts still today, and there are many benefits to it, but I do want to highlight something with HIIT. Now, HIIT is very similar, and I believe that we've kind of gotten away from realizing that HIIT is basically interval training, right? So when we are varying our times we're working out from our work time to our recovery time, Tabatas are another example of that. But those are going to be the types of workouts that are really important to looking at how we can start to basically utilize how we can burn the most calories during and after exercise. So generally these type of, work period times last anywhere from a 20 to 30-minute workout. There's lots of options for these types of intervals, but generally it's a short period of all out effort. And then the recovery time prepares you for the work time. So as we look at that, I definitely would have to say here, guys, that we use HIIT training as more than just a steady state training like swimming, okay, like running, like we're keeping our heart rate at the same place for a steady period amount of time. We are now learning that we really need to maximize our work time because that helps to prep the body so we can really work at super high intensity, but then that recovery prepares us to truly recover. Now, when we look at recovery, guys, that's again, just when we're talking about sleep, and I see another comment, and I agree. For some people, you maybe try supplements to help you sleep. And oftentimes, they don't work. And I do believe that it is finding the right thing for your body to help you with getting more sound sleep. But I do want to encourage you guys that another thing to note is if you are doing the right kind of workouts, believe it or not, that can actually oftentimes help you with your sleeping too. And I have found that HIIT, guys, something that is very unique about this interval type training is that it's been found through the ACE, Council of Exercise. The American Council on Exercise is a great place that I utilize for a lot of research. It's by far, I feel like the most up to date on research and studies when it comes to exercise. But they have found that HIIT basically boasts post oxygen consumption, which increases your calorie burn during your workout and after. And when we're talking about metabolism, guys, our goal is to maximize the amount of calories we burn in a short amount of time. So that's what our goal is. And I do think that you will find that HIIT also is in these interval times really can help too with body composition, okay, your fat to muscle ratio. And it also helps with increasing explosive power. So for some of you that are more athlete type focused, maybe you're training for, even a specific, even a long type run, you can still use these metabolic type focused workouts to help with improving those types of power type explosive movements, which again, guys, is so crucial. And that's why we hear sometimes, plyometrics can fall into this category. But the idea is we have a set amount of time for work to recovery. All right. So metabolic conditioning. I'm going to show you guys a sample of a workout here. And this is from our app, AV Wellness, or online. And this is just a couple examples of exercises that when we talk about metabolic conditioning, what does that mean? It's not about building bulk. All right. So when we hear weight training and we hear HIIT, it's not the focus for when we're looking at metabolism. All right. We are trying to really focus on burning calories, all right, and the max calories we can get in a specific amount of time. And the combination of when we utilize upper and lower body movements together is going to really help not just your body work harder, but also your brain. So I love these types of workouts. And you'll notice that in all of our workouts, we always tend to do different things, but that also helps to incorporate, guys, when you think about the demand for coordination and balance, this all ties together. So here's just of what I mean by that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit play on this. You guys can hear this.
Right. Squat, rotate. So think about adding here. Careful you don't fall off your step here, but adding rotation here using your obliques. If you don't have a step, you're doing this workout on the ground. So let's go. Using squat. Good. Let's go 2 more. Down, up. Good. We're gonna then plant your feet up on top here, and we're gonna straddle down, right, left, quick. So I want you to go your own speed here, but try to get a little bit more of your heart rate increasing here. So go ahead and go down. Quick, down, down, up, up. Go. Don't worry about your movement here, okay? A lot of us, like I said, we're focusing more on our movements than we are on being fancy. So I want you to move. Come on. 4, 3, 2. Nice work. Come back on top of your step. Left foot out, right foot on. Think about your posture first. Hinge 2 counts. Left leg on. Hinge. two, pull yourself up nice and tall. Come on, hinge, two, that leg nice and straight there. Hinge, two, come on up. Good work. Two more. Hinge, two, balance. One more. Hinge, two, straddle down left and right quick. So now you work that movement up. It's light on your feet. Going. So our format here, every time something new happens, our recovery time at the beginning is going to be more often. The recovery time by the end is very short, and that's what we want.
All right, guys. Just an example of just kind of highlighting. If you notice at the beginning, we were doing a combination of upper and lower body together. We added rotation, torso twisting. We incorporated balance, but you also notice there was a time component to this. So this is very different than, again, going out for a long walk, right? That is not going to be the ideal way to fuel your metabolism. Also, the older we get, this concept becomes even more important. So as we age, we start to notice our muscles declining faster. We don't necessarily burn as many calories per hour. We're not as efficient at burning fat. And this is where also the other type of workout that research is showing is the best for metabolism, along with the HIIT, interval, Tabata type workouts, are going to be weight training. But again, I want you to think a little bit beyond just normal lifting weights, which is great. Weight training is, again, amazing for incorporating more muscle, more strength, helping you with burning fat, of course, and it also helps with lean muscle mass. So muscle tissue is more metabolically active than fat. So think of muscle metabolism. We want to have a higher amount of muscle. In other words, it requires more energy to sustain itself. So muscle is going to be something we want to continue to look at building. And if you look at, for example, a lot of athletes, do you notice how many calories they can eat? They can eat thousands of calories a day and they still look lean. Why? Because they've trained their body through weight training to continue to burn calories even when they're not exercising, right? So we don't have to be a bodybuilder to get these benefits. We just need to focus on being smart and learning how to maximize the right type of workouts and our fuel to get towards our goals. So I'm going to show you guys here again, when you look at compound movements, these could be incorporating, anything from varying activities, deadlifts, squats. When you're combining multiple muscle groups, though, than just doing isolation work. And again, I'm going to show you guys a couple examples on this. Is an example of our 20-minute compound strength training on our app and our website. And this, you guys will see again, we are using upper and lower body together, which is going to help to, again, burn more and create more of an energy expenditure, which is our goal. And at the same time, notice how we're going to be incorporating flexibility and balance in these movements. Go ahead and play this here now.
So what we're talking about here, the title of this workout, compound movements, utilizing lots of things all together here. Let's go. Lunge, chest up, power strong. The arms stay slightly in front of your body as you press the arms over your head. Let's go. Last one. Curl, lift, breathe here. Come on, 3. You got this. It should be getting a little harder now. 2 more. Step back. Curl, press. Final one. Lunge, curl, press. Good work. Let's hold your lunge. Flip your hands, palms behind. Little straight arm. Lift and lower here. Exhale. Inhale. So really small movement. Using the back of your arms there. Let's use your triceps behind. Go. Now you can hinge a little bit. That's fine. Or you can stay up really tall. All right. But use the back of the arms. Contract and lower. Let's go. 4. 3. Get ready to hold the top. 2. Good. Let's go. Little squeezes. Use those triceps. Go. Lift. Lift. Come on. Nice small. There. Next the arms. Triceps. 8. 7. Feel that. 6. 5. Go. 4. 3. Nice job. 2. Let's place your weights right down to the ground. Right on your weights to help your wrists here. So I'm going to show the movement here. We're going to switch your feet here 2 times, and then we here. Right arm, side leg. Ready? Here we go. So we switch, rotate up, come down. 4 and a half, 4 step. Rotate and come down. So switch.
All right, guys. So I just showed you two different movements that were
right,
perfect
guys.
examples of compound strength training. So if you were to just stand in place and do a basic bicep curl, you are not going to be burning as more calories and surprising your body as much as like we did when we were doing the bicep curl and performing that with a knee lift. On that second exercise, we added a hinge, which works flexibility in our hips. We're using our back. And then we added the rotation up to really challenge the strength in our shoulders and our upper back. So again, notice the utilization of placing movements together to make this a very unique spin on what we consider to be weight training. So I'm a huge fan, guys, of again, maximizing your time. That's why I tend to focus a lot on 20-minute workouts, because again, research has still been saying if you formulate the workouts in the right way, you can get as many benefits all the way around as you can in a 60-minute workout, as long as you know how to put the workouts together. So again, these are great examples, guys, and to get you thinking of how you can move differently to best boost your metabolism. So there's your answer, guys. The exercises that are best for boosting metabolism incorporate weight training and HIIT training. So surprise your body, guys, using high intensity intervals. So a few other things that I want to kind of just mention to you guys, and I had somebody ask me about this earlier, and I thought I would share it in here also. Now, somebody asked me, what is my take on using different products to enhance and increase your metabolism? I will tell you guys to be very careful. Exercise is a natural way to increase metabolism, but when we start to use things that speed up our metabolism, we can have very harmful effects. If you guys are on social media and you happen to see my reel that I did today, it was talking about the latest news that just came out on Prime energy drinks and talking about the dangers they're finding and how it causes racing heart rates. Watch teenagers, kids using this especially. But the same thing can come into place when we look at products that increase our metabolism. Think of ephedra, things that took many years to get off from the marketplace. But in the meantime, they did not do a lot of research in actually saying that, hey, this product doesn't work. We need to be very careful because the long-term effects can be very harmful. Now, this is something that I do recommend for clients, especially when you notice you are kind of stuck. And that's why I think this is a great thing just to, along with exercise, throw out there and make sure that I mention, because a lot of people are not aware of this. And this product in particular has clinical studies, third party, that actually has validated that this can increase your fat burning by 30%. And this is why, same thing with those types of workouts. We talk about increasing your metabolism. This has something in there called ECGC, which is also found in green tea extract to boost your metabolism. There's also chromium, which is great for helping with cravings, banana ball leaf to help with balancing your blood sugar levels. So it helps to keep your craving levels down and your energy levels up, which when we're talking about metabolism, this is a great thing to highlight and to note that this can increase your body's ability to generate heat. So that increases your metabolic rate, but it doesn't increase your heart rate, which is what we see with a lot of products out there today that incorporate focusing on metabolism. So again, wanted to mention this one because I do feel as though it is a great product. I've used it with clients for many years and find it as a really good support to helping with metabolism. All right, guys, again, ask any questions here. I'm making sure I do check our chat here if you guys think of anything as we are going here, but I do want to highlight next Monday, we begin our metabolism makeover, our 2-week challenge here, guys, that I'm very excited about. I feel as though it is summertime. We need simple strategies to help us, right, continue to move forward. So that's what this is. This is a challenge. It will be very simple. It's 2 weeks. If you see this habit tracker, we're going to put this in the group. You will print this off. And this is what you're going to use to track every day and to make sure that you are trying to accumulate as many checks as possible. This isn't a make you feel guilty for the things you aren't doing. This is to help encourage you to see the areas that you may need to improve on. So when we're talking about metabolism, all of these pieces have a part in them. And over the last few weeks, we've been talking about all these guys. If you missed the specific talk about what the metabolism makeover is going to entail, be sure to go back and listen to that Zoom and that live video in this group last week. But our concepts are, again, to think about getting us started right away with our vitamins, our Life Shake, which is going to be a great source of a well-balanced meal with protein, vitamins, minerals, fat, leucine for muscle mass, all the things for metabolism, getting you to be moving, guys, at least for 30 minutes. 3 days a week would be great with weight bearing. Maybe try some of those options we just talked about of incorporating weights or some type of HIIT workout. Drink at least 50 ounces of water. Have lean protein at every meal and snack, 2 to 3 cups of veggies. Go outside in the morning. Sunlight, first thing, guys, really helps to activate our metabolism. If we can get that direct sunlight actually to our eyes, that is kind of the newest research in saying it plays a part in bringing us natural endorphins and helping to give us natural energy. 10,000 steps would be a great goal, 7+ hours of sleep, and take some time for yourself. 15 minutes, guys. You might not meet all these every day, but I think this will be a really fun challenge for us all to work through. And if you're not familiar with the vitamins we recommend and shakes we recommend, be sure to check out the best value, guys, is this Ready Set Wellness. And you will actually get enough for a full month. Our focus is for 2 weeks. But remember, we're working on developing lifestyle habits, guys. We're going to continue these habits, right? This isn't something we're just going to start and then we're done after 2 weeks. That's what I want you to notice. Everything we do in this group are things that we are doing to maximize our long-term health potential, but they are options to fit into our busy lifestyles. And again, guys, in this group, I apologize too, even on these lives, you're going to hear sometimes we have, kids here, we have a dog, we have lots of noises in the background. That is real life, guys. And some of the days you're not going to hit all of these habits that we're trying to create. But you know what? The key is we keep trying to better ourselves. So I'm looking forward to this. I hope you will join us. And one last thing I want you to put on your calendar. If you are local to us, we have our workout in the park coming up on July 29th. This is the perfect event to bring your kids to, invite your neighbors, your friends. It is for all fitness levels. We have some fun sponsors that are going to be joining us this year. We will have lots of activities going on, but the idea is to get everybody moving together in our community for a half an hour. So mark your calendars, guys. We would love to see you. I did not see any other questions pop up, but if you guys think of anything in the meantime, ask them in this group. Feel free to message me. I hope this was helpful, guys. In the meantime, let's go focus on those exercises that can help boost our metabolism. Guys, have an amazing night. Stay healthy, stay safe, and thanks for joining. Take care, guys.